So last night, Marvel had their SDCC or San Diego Comic-Con panel, and so I am here to just break it down because I want to talk about Marvel as much as I can. But there is not that much that was revealed at this one. There are some big things, but there's not a bunch. I feel like some of that is, I think D23 is releasing it happens in August, I think. So I think there's a chance they're saving some stuff for that, especially the X-Men. I feel like they're saving the X-Men because in Spider-Man Brand New Day, I mean, basically everyone thinks and basically knows that Sadie Sink is going to be Jane Grey. So I feel like Marvel's saving the X-Men for D23 because it's like after Spider-Man Brand New Day, it's like, okay, this is Jean Grey, and then we're going to announce the X-Men, and that movie is releasing in 2028. It's going to kick off the next phase of Marvel, blah, blah, blah. But I have everything that happened just written down right here, and we'll just go from the beginning to the end. So it started off with Herbie just going onto the stage, welcoming everyone. Everyone was given like a Doctor Doom mask and a cape. They started off with showing some stuff about Avengers Endgame Encore, which is going to be the re-release of Avengers Endgame in September, I think the 23rd, which is going to have some extra scenes in it. And it was basically just like the ending is going to connect to Doomsday. There's going to be some of these things. I heard that it might show some of Steve Rogers' journey through time. I will be watching that because it's a way to see Avengers Endgame on the big screen again. I did see it when it first released, but I was, I think, around 11 or so at the time. So it's like I was younger, so it's a way to see it on the big screen again. And plus, there's going to be extra scenes. And then I think I'll do a review when that comes out. Just like I'll do a longer review for Endgame than I have, and then I'll be able to talk about extra scenes. But after they got done with Endgame, they brought out John Bernthal, our Punisher, and he just released a clip from Spider-Man Brand New Day, which was showing Professor Hulk battle Punisher and Spider-Man and him kind of losing it. So Professor Hulk will be in the movie, and then he'll go into Savage Hulk sometime in the movie. And he ends up getting hit with a web bomb from Spider-Man. That's really cool. And then I really wish I could save this for last, but I'm going in order of how it was released. Probably my favorite thing that happened, Ghost Rider was announced for 2028. When in 2028, I don't know, December is taken by something we'll get to. The X-Men movie is probably going to be the first one in the phase, so the X-Men movie will be in the first little bit of the year, and then I'm guessing Ghost Rider will be during the summer. It will be directed by Sean Levy, who previously directed Deadpool and Wolverine, which I love. I've been hearing that movie has started getting some hate, which is just like, okay, like it might not be perfect, but I really love it. He also did Free Guy, which I have not seen yet. He did The Adam Project, which I really liked. Night at the Museum, Real Steel, blah, blah, blah. And he's doing Star Wars Starfighter, the next Star Wars movie next year with Ryan Gosling. And speaking of Ryan Gosling will be Ghost Rider. And this was probably my favorite thing that was announced. I'm not a big Ghost Rider fan. Like, the stuff behind him and everything, like, he makes a deal with Mephisto, blah, 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 like, that, like, hell, that type of stuff, like, that's not my favorite. I do kind of want to watch the Nicolas Cage movies, because it's, like, it's not my favorite, but I don't think they go too far into it, and it's just, like, stuff, but, like, I'm excited for it. I do want to watch this movie. Obviously, I love the MCU, and I want to watch as many movies as possible. I didn't watch Eternals because of reasons, and then there are a couple TV shows that I've missed, but I've watched as much as I can, and this one just looks really fun. Like, Ghost Rider, like, it's a guy with a flaming head, that's cool. And Ryan Gosling, over the past couple months, has, like, just become one of my favorite actors. I watched through, like, 14 of his movies, and there's still a bunch that I want to watch. I just kind of fell off for a little bit, but I'm going to return to that. Okay, sorry about that interruption. My sister needed something, and then I just needed to move. So, I've never had that before, where in a video there's going to be two different, sceneries. So, sorry about that, but, yeah. But as I was saying, like, Ryan Gosling over the past couple of months has just quickly became like one of my favorite actors. And even though like Ghost Rider like might not be like my favorite superhero or anything, I haven't seen the Nicolas Cage movies even though I want to. And I will. It's just really cool. Like, Sean Levy's gonna be directing it. He made Deadpool Wolverine. I love that movie. Ryan Gosling, I think he's great. It's really cool that he's gonna be Ghost Rider in 2028. And something I like about that, coming up with another movie they announced that's gonna be in 2028. I'm just happy that the MCU isn't gonna be taking a break. They got X-Men, probably, Ghost Rider, Black Panther 3. You probably heard about it. Black Panther 3. And I just like that they're not taking any breaks, because it's like, I know people want them to take a break and everything, but it's just like, I don't want them to. Like, I always want at least 1 to 2 Marvel movies a year to look forward to. Like, I just want 1 or 2 at least a year, and it's like, if we get 3, that's cool. I would say, like, the most is probably 3 or 4. Like, 4 is asking a little bit too much probably, but I think 3 is the sweet spot. Like, 1 at the beginning, 1 at the end, and 1 in the middle. But yeah, then you got Doomsday. You got the Anthony and Joe Russo coming up. You got the cast coming up, just talking about it. And then you get, Deadpool in the crowd, Ryan Reynolds in this cool, like, gray X-Force suit. And he's kind of just asking them questions. One of them is like, why was Thor crying? And Paul Rudd answers like, he's a Wrexham fan. That was pretty funny. And then he's asking like RDJ, like, so do you guys have any like additional photography or anything that you're doing, like adding anyone in? And RDJ's like, no, the movie's done. So I don't know, like, they might have announced it and I just did not hear about it, but I'm pretty sure this is basically their way of like, Deadpool's gonna be in the movie, and I think that's cool. Like, I think it's cool that after Deadpool and Wolverine, like, they're gonna fully introduce him to MCU heroes, and like, I just think it's cool that they're bringing everyone together finally. And like, I thought the suit was cool. I think that if he does show up in it, it's gonna be cool. If he shows up, Wolverine's probably gonna be there, and that's gonna be even more cool. And yeah, I think it's awesome. And then you get a new trailer for the movie, which was leaked. I watched it because I didn't leak it, okay? But if there's a leaked trailer, I'm gonna watch it. But it's basically just kind of showing more of Doctor Doom. It's showing that him and Reed actually have a history. You get a shot of Cyclops in there that I have to mention because Cyclops is awesome, and James Marsden's awesome as him. And it looks like a cool trailer. And if they release this trailer, like later, I'll break it down then, but it's like right now it's like too grainy and everything that I just didn't really pick out as much. But yeah. And then the last little bit that you get of Avengers Doomsday is the announcement that Haley Atwell will be returning as Peggy Carter. And then they interviewed her after and she made comments, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be Peggy Carter and not Captain Carter, because she was just kind of talking like, I want to come back, when I come back and do, like, Peggy, I want something different, and it's like, this one works, because, like, her and Steve's dynamic and everything, so I think that's basically, like, it's going to be Peggy Carter, not Captain Carter, and I think that's really cool. Like, I like Peggy Carter's character in First Avenger. Okay, I hope that's the last interruption, I'm sorry, but, my sister needed me again, I just hear the door close, but, hopefully that's the last interruption, and I'm sorry. But for Peggy Carter, I just like her dynamic with Steve Rogers in, like, First Avenger, Endgame. You get the last little bit, and you get, like, a scene of, like, you don't get as much Peggy Carter in the MCU, but I think what they show of her works. And I would like to watch the Agent Carter show that they have. I plan on doing that sometime, but, I do like the Peggy Carter character. I think that the Captain Carter, like, I haven't seen What If, that's another one I want to watch, but I have seen episodes of it, and it does seem like, for some reason, she's, like, a big part, and she was fine in, like, Doctor Strange, too, but, like, I think this is cool that she's going to be returning as Peggy Carter. And then the last little bit of what we got at San Diego Comic-Con was the announcement of Black Panther 3, releasing in December 15th of 2028, sorry. So again, that's like 3 movies in 2028. X-Men is basically been announced without being announced, but whatever. And Shuri's gonna be returning. M'Baku, it looks like he's gonna be returning. I think I've heard that Denzel Washington is gonna be in it, and then Ryan Coogler announced that it's gonna be shot on film. He did Sinners, which I've not watched, but I've heard that one's like shot on film, and like obviously the Odyssey was just shot like that, so it's gonna be something different for the MCU, which I think is cool. The two Black Panther movies aren't my favorite MCU movies. I think the first one's really good. Like, it's not one of my favorite MCU movies. It's in the lower tier, but it's still like a really, really good movie. And then the second one, as of right now, is my least favorite MCU movie. That and like Thor: Love and Thunder are like battling it out, but I still think it's a good movie. It's just like I don't like Namor. I do think that even though like they couldn't help it, the like missing T'Challa kind of hurt the movie a little bit. I think it was a little bit too long. And again, I hate Namor, but I am excited for this one. And you got the announcement that David Johnson, who I've not seen from anything, but he's in Alien Romulus, The Long Walk, he is going to be playing a grown-up T'Challa Jr. And people were like, how is that going to work? Well, after Secret Wars, everything's going to be like streamlined into something. They'll find a way. But I think it's cool that they're going to bring a T'Challa into this to be a Black Panther. But even after the reset, I do like how they're kind of honoring Chadwick by not doing a new T'Challa. Like, I like that. Like, it's his son. I like that. And like, out of all the announcements that were announced, like, the big announcements, like, obviously, the clip of Spider-Man, like, I'm really excited for that movie. I'm seeing that on Thursday at, like, 12:45. I'm really excited for that movie. Endgame Encore, like, I'm excited for that, but it is kind of just telling us what we already know. Oh, it's going to connect in Doomsday. Yeah, we knew that. Doomsday, like, Deadpool shows up and is, like, announced. That's really cool. And that's an announcement. Like, I would say the Spider-Man Brand New Day thing isn't an announcement, it's just a clip, and then the Endgame Encore, I wouldn't say is an announcement. You got announcements for Doomsday and then announcement for Ghost Rider. I would say the Black Panther is probably my least favorite announcement, just because, like, the two Black Panther movies aren't my favorite. That being said, I still really like both of them, and, like, I find it hard to hate an MCU movie if you're not Eternals, which I haven't even watched, but I hate it anyway. And I'm excited for this one, and I think it could be. I definitely think that it will be way better than Wakanda Forever. It's just, will it be better than the first Black Panther? I don't know. But yeah, that's all the things that were announced at San Diego Comic-Con. You got, real quick recapping, even though I just kind of did it, the Avengers Endgame Encore, a little bit of that. It's going to tie into Doomsday. John Bernthal had a little thing showing a clip of Spider-Man Brand New Day. You got Ghost Rider announced in 2028, directed by Sean Levy, starring Ryan Gosling. Doomsday kind of announcing that Deadpool's going to show up. You got a new trailer, and Peggy Carter's returning. And then you got Black Panther 3 in December of 2028, starring David Johnson as T'Challa's son, and it's going to be shot on film. What was your favorite thing announced? What was your least favorite? My favorite was Ghost Rider, and my least favorite was probably just the Endgame Encore stuff, since we already knew that. I would say the Spider-Man Brand New Day, because it's just a clip of a movie we'll see in a couple days, but John Bernthal was there, and I think that just puts it a little bit above it. My favorite was Ghost Rider, and then Doomsday, and then Black Panther. But yeah, just tell me what you thought of it. I'll have reviews for the two movies that released this weekend. I just wanted to put this one out first. Spider-Man Brand New Day is coming out this week, so I'll have couple videos for that, and then whatever's next. But I'm really excited. I really thought that this was cool. It wasn't a bunch, but we'll probably get more at D23, and when that happens, I'll break down and everything that happens at D23. So subscribe and stay tuned for that. I'm sorry for the couple cuts and the moving of where I was filming in this video, but hopefully that doesn't happen again. And yeah, I'll see you in my review for Motor City. So I'll see you for a little bit of Alan Richardson. Bye.